And welcome back to Sports Weekly on IEMG. I am your host, Pep Fernandez. In this segment, we are catching up with a great sports star for Pacific High School, but also she is the valedictorian. We are talking about Miranda Owen. Now, Miranda was a discus star for the Pirates. She broke the school record in the discus throw this season, and she made it all the way to the CIF finals, placing seventh overall. She was also a basketball star at Pacific High School and even played on the tennis team. So, on top of being such a well rounded athlete at Pacific, she's also, again, the valedictorian. And at the end of the year, because of those great grades and being a great athlete, a lot of awards and accolades came for Miranda Owen, including the Ken Hubbs Award, the Keith Hubbs Award, which goes to the Ken Hubbs winner with the best character, and that was Miranda, and also the Citrus Belt Area Athletic Directors Association Award. So a lot of great accolades and awards for Miranda Owen at the end of the season, and obviously very well deserved. The valedictorian and a great athlete for the Pacific Pirates. And now join us here on Sports Weekly. Wow, she had such a decorated senior season for the Pacific Pirates, all kinds of awards. Oh, and by the way, she is the school valedictorian, Miranda Owen. And Miranda, first off, congratulations on all these awards. And we'll talk about the awards in a moment, but you are an athlete, but you're also the valedictorian for Pacific High School. What does that mean to you to have that honor on you to be the valedictorian?
It's just a very big deal to me, and I feel very honored to do so. I didn't think I did like a lot academic wise, but the school chose me to be the valedictorian because I have good grades. I also have perfect attendance too, so I come to school every day and make sure all my assignments are done, and just try to do put in some good work academically. So.
Miranda, why is it important just to show up every day? I mean, like, why was that important to you to not miss a day of school?
It was just important because I've always been like that since elementary school. So it was basically a habit just to push myself and become better. So
Well, you're the valedictorian, a 4.69 grade point average. So, again, correct me if I'm wrong because I've been out of high school for a couple of years, but 4.69, does that mean you had A's in honors classes? So you're above a 4.0?
yeah, I'm above a 4.0 because I've taken AP classes and honors classes, which go on a 5 point scale. So you get that higher GPA. Yeah.
So you had a 4.69 GPA. You're the valedictorian, and all this, like, you're also one of the top discus throwers in the area. You make it all the way to CIF. How long had you been throwing the discus, and how were you first introduced to the sport before making it to CIF this year?
Well, I only started freshman year. It was my first season ever playing track when I was a freshman, and I didn't know how to throw at all. But I came in with strength. Like I was always pretty strong, so I think that helped me. But I didn't really get into it until sophomore year, which is when I started getting better. I started throwing farther, but the season cut out, so I just waited until junior year, and that's when I was able to show off what I could do with throwing.
So Miranda, did you have goals for yourself in the discus this season, and did you accomplish those goals? I know you made it to CIF, but do you feel like, hey, you could have gone farther or thrown it farther? I mean, did you reach your goals?
I reached some of my goals. I wasn't fully satisfied with how the season ended, but I was okay. Like I didn't. I would have liked to throw farther because I didn't improve as much as I wanted to, but um, I think I was still able to break the school record at Pacific, so I think that was a big achievement for me. And but I just wish I could have thrown farther. But it's just how it is. Sometimes you don't perform the way you want to, but you still you still have a good time.
What place did you finish at CIF?
I finished seventh. So
So just to make it CIF is a big deal, like you said, and you broke the school record,
yeah,
over the course of the season. So obviously it was a great year throwing the discus. And I think, did you also do the shot put?
yeah, I made it to prelims for shot, but that's not really my main event. I like discus better. I don't know. There's something about it that I like.
And Miranda, so you throw the discus, you do track and field, obviously, but you played basketball. You were on the tennis team as well. Do you just like being involved? Are you competitive? Like you want to try to do as much as you can and win as much as you can?
Yeah, I would say I like being involved. I'm not really competitive. In the individual sports I am because it's more up to me. But um, yeah, I enjoyed playing basketball. I enjoy just being at school. I don't know. A lot of kids don't, but I'm one of those kids that like going to school and just leading and being an example for my classmates.
So Miranda, from what I heard, you're going to Cal State San Bernardino. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Do you still want to throw discus? Do you feel like you can maybe still compete, or what's the future hold for you?
Yeah, I'm supposed to join their track team, so yeah, their coach has been talking to me, so I'm looking forward to that. Just to continue and hopefully I throw farther there, That's
That was my next question too, because obviously you had such a great senior season. You broke the school record. You made it to CIF. But do you feel like deep down you're like, man, I could be a lot better. I could be stronger, or I could get my technique maybe dialed in a little bit better. Like, do you feel like you could still be even a better thrower?
yeah, definitely I could be a way better thrower and in discus and shot put as well. Like I was I didn't practice shot put as much, but I know I can throw farther than I did, and I'm just looking forward to improving and just continuing. Some people they don't get to play sports in college, so I'm just lucky that I'm able to, or hopefully I will be able to do so.
So between the discus and the shot put, it sounds like the discus is your better event.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, Miranda. I know it sounds like you're very, very humble, so maybe I'll just read off some of the awards. So you're Kid Hubs Award winner from Pacific High School, Citrus Belt Area Athletic Directors Award from Pacific High School. Again, the valedictorian for Pacific High School. Am I missing anything? Because I don't want to leave anything out.
Um, well, I got the Keith Hubs Award, so yeah, that's it. Is that what you wanted me to say?
Well, okay, so the Kid Hubs Award is a big deal already to win that and be the winner from Pacific High School. But you also got the overall Keith Hubs Award, which goes to the best student athlete exemplifying character, right, and integrity. Winning the Keith Hubs Award, what did that mean to you, Miranda?
When I was at the event, I didn't um, think that I would get an overall like winning award. There was a bunch of athletes in the room, so I didn't think that I really stood out. But when they called my name, I was very honored, and I was just happy that I was able to be recognized for what I've done so far, and just yeah, just very honored because I didn't think that um, my accomplishments were any better than the students in the room around me or athletes in the room around me. So I was very honored.
Yeah, it sounds like, judging by the things that you're saying, that, hey, I just go to school every day. I always do my homework. I study for my tests. It's like, it's not a big deal. I'm just kind of doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I go to practice every day. I get better. It sounds like you're just kind of taking it all in stride, just kind of, being humble. And it's like you said, you're in a room at the Kid Hubs Awards surrounded with all these other great athletes who've done some amazing things as well. But you're the one walking away with the Keith Hubs Award. I mean, obviously you're doing something pretty cool. Do you ever try to maybe stand back a little bit and be like, and appreciate what you've been able to accomplish?
Yeah, yeah, I do. Just being at school, yeah, I get recognized a lot at school for all my academic stuff, and then on top of my athletic stuff is just, it's cool to be able to see what I've done and what I can do in the future with what I have in the past and what I've learned and just use that for the future to continue doing better, and getting more accomplishments.
Well, Miranda, congratulations. What a senior season. Doing it in the discus, making it to CIF, like you mentioned, breaking the school record at Pacific High School. And then again, all these awards at the end of the year, the Ken Hubbs, the Keith Hubbs, the Citrus Belt Athletic Directors, and then Valedictorian for the school. So do you have to speak at graduation?
Yeah, I already have my speech ready, so I think I'm good to go.
That's awesome, Miranda. And listen, congratulations, best of luck at Cal State San Bernardino, and hopefully, if you're throwing discus and/or shot put out there, maybe we'll come out there and check in with you down the road when you're in your college career.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, that's Miranda Owen here on Sports Weekly on IEMG. Congratulations to Miranda once again. When we come back here on Sports Weekly, we will catch up with the pride of Cardinal City, San Bernardino High School. That is Alexander Madison, now a running back for the Minnesota Vikings. He's coming back to San Bernardino this week for his I Am Gifted youth football camp. We'll have more on that when we come back.